Yes, we were having this conversation about this mysterious sleeping giant under somewhere under Florida. We do not know the location. And I received a communication from Torahan, which happens randomly. I never know when it's going to happen. So I told you I was in contact with Torahan. It just made connection via my implant device. And I offered you to ask him questions. So you asked him, what does he know about this giant, sleeping giant we are talking about? And you asked him, so first he told you that he was one of Enki scientists. When Enki left, Enki left some scientists on Earth to take care of humanity and to make sure that certain knowledge would be hidden in sacred places. That I think we can safely call these places the halls of records. This person, this specific scientist, was coming from Atlantis. He was in Atlantis. And he went to the Americas, North and South, to hide there knowledge, technology, something. And Torahan said that. And you asked, could he tell us the name of this scientist? So I asked Torahan to repeat a few times because I had difficulty to hear. I wanted to make sure. And I told you I heard something like Ningishka, Ningishza, something like this. I wasn't sure. And, well, once home, I checked on internet. And I told you, oh my God, there is actually... there was an Anunnaki named Ningishzida who was a scientist, and his name means the god of the good tree, or the tree of life. And in Ningishzida you have also the word vine. And when I read vine, I heard that already. And I remember that in one of your latest interviews with JP mentioned vine, something related to this tree. This sleeping giant, somewhere underground Florida, is beside the tree, a tree of life, a tree that gives life and that drips water, that is giving youth and regenerating DNA. And JP described, I see if I remember well, that the roots were like vine. So everything was like, oh my God.
Amazing. So one of the things Torahan said was that this sleeping giant was one of 4 remaining Anunnaki scientists that had gone into stasis after the Great Flood and after Enki left. And I think we asked Torahan, well, why didn't they leave with Enki? And why don't you explain what Torahan said to that?
Torahan said that this scientist left to help humanity, to look after humanity, because Enki had lost the conflict, the battle with his half-brother Enlil. I mean, Enki was a scientist, and all his friends, his colleagues were scientists as well. They were not warships, they were chiefs, and they were not military, so they couldn't fight Enlil, who was the chief of armies and had all the armies with him. So these scientists decided to stay on Earth to look after the people and try to help them, but also to take care of preserving this ancient knowledge and technology to some secret places. And they put themselves in stasis, waiting the moment, hoping for the moment when humanity would evolve and raise in frequency and kicked out the regressives, and Enki could come back. And when Enki would be able to come back, when the faction of Enlil would be defeated, and Enki so then would be able to come back, so then these sleeping scientists would be able to reconnect to their soul and wake up and bring this knowledge to the world, help bring this knowledge to the world. That's what Torahan said.
Okay, so this is a time when these sleeping scientists would be awakened and they would bring back all of this ancient knowledge
Yes.
that had been suppressed.
Yes.